Hi friends, welcome to this tutorial on Apache Maven installation and configuration. So I'll be talking about what exactly is Maven in very uh, brief manner, and I will also talk about how to install it and how to configure it. So let's see what exactly is Maven first. So Maven is an open source product which has many uses, but I've just listed few of the uses over here which are more commonly used. Let's see what so one of the first or most popular features of Maven is project setup. So what happens is, let's say I want to create a new project for Java, or new project for web-based web application, Java web application, or you want to create an EJB application, whatever it may be. So you can tell Maven that okay, I want to create a template for this kind of project. You just supply the inputs and Maven will create that template for that project, including all the necessary folder structure and any required files, etc. So for example, let's say you want to create a web project, so it will create a folder where there will be a web INF, then there will be basic web.xml present there. Similarly, for a Java project, it will also contain a JUnit testing support, uh, and it will create test folders for writing your JUnits. We'll see an example later on. Similarly, it also helps in dependency management, which is one of the most useful features for Maven. So here what happens is, let's say you're creating a Spring project. So as we know, Spring requires a lot of jar files as dependencies. So if any project needs to use Spring, it needs to import all the jar files, and that is not the end. Spring in turn requires other jars. For example, it might require Apache Commons or logging jars, so you need to download those jars also. But if you use Maven will take care of uh, the dependencies. You just don't need to download the jars. Maven will download the appropriate jars and the appropriate dependency jars also. That is one of the superb features of Maven. Then another part where Maven is used is for builds. So you can create or tell Maven to create a build for the project, and as well as deploy it in a repository. So if you are working in an organization where common set of projects or the jars are used by many different project teams, so you can uh, publish your jars to a common repository or common location with the help of Maven, and you can also do proper versioning, and then other projects can download the jar from Maven repository, local Maven repository. And the last thing is documentation. So documentation feature from Maven helps you create the documentation of the project. So these are the basic features of Maven, but there are many more, but we'll not have a look at those in this tutorial. So let's see how to install Maven. So if you want to install Maven, first of all you need to download the zip file or the jar file, or rather the zipped tar file. So what you need to do is you just need to go to maven.apache.org. so let me show you. So you go here and click on the download link. So once you go there, you would be able to see the latest version of Maven on the top. So presently is 3.1.1. What you need to do is you have to download it to your computer and unzip it in a particular location. So that is the step number 1. Next step is we will configure our computer so that it can use Maven. So those steps are also very easy. What you need to do is you need to go to the place, and I'll just show you where I have downloaded Maven. So this is the place I have downloaded Maven. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure my computer to use Maven. So I will open the system properties. I'll go to advanced system settings. Environmental variables. Here you need to set up a environmental variable called m2 repo, which I have already done it, but basically it's just a new pop-up will come. You just say m2 underscore repo, this is the name of the variable, and here you provide the folder where Apache Maven has been uninstalled or unzipped. So that is step number 1. Then step number 2 is go to the path variable, edit and add it, and go to the end of that, add a semicolon, then add m2 percentage m2 underscore repo, which is the variable for Maven installation path, then again percentage slash bin. So this is what you have to do, and just say OK, and that will set up the path where Maven executable can be found by the computer. And third thing which you need to do is you have to add another variable called Java home if it is not already there in your computer. If it is there, then you don't need to add it. So just say Java underscore home and give the path where the Java has been installed. So these are the 3 things you need to have. One is Java home, m2 repo, and add the path of the Maven Apache bin folder at the end of the path. So once you do it, you should be all set for using Maven. So if I come to Maven, so this is the folder which I gave in the path variable. So this is the Apache Maven installation path, and here is there, the bin is there. So the next step what you need to do is you need to go to the command prompt and say, and now I want to test Maven whether it has been installed. So I'll say mvn minus version. So you can see that it shows you the version of the Maven home, Java version, Java home, and all the other information. So this means the Maven has been properly installed and configured on the computer. So now the last step what we will do is we will try to test and try to create a Java project with the help of Maven. So it will create template of the Java project. So what we need to do is we will say mvn archetype create. So we are going to create an archetype. Archetype is nothing but a template. Then you have to give a command line or system variable which is group ID. So -d group ID, and here I have mentioned com.freeTipCenter. So this is nothing but you can say similar to the package structure or identifying an organization. So if it is like say let's say your organization Microsoft, so you will see com.microsoft. Then you have artifact ID. Artifact ID is nothing but the project name, so you can have your own project name here. Then let's say we call it new Java. Then you say archetype artifact ID. So this is where you must say that I want to create a Java project. So this means I want to create a Java project. So this is the value for a Java project. So this entire statement means create me a Java project whose group ID is this com.freeTipCenter, and artifact ID is new Java. That is the project I am creating is called new Java. What we will try to run this at the command prompt and see. what happens. Copy it. So I've created a Java project folder. I'll go there. Now I'll run the command to create the project template. So it says the build is successful, and it has created a project in C drive projects, Java projects, and that is called new Java. Okay, so why it's new Java? Because this is what we mentioned over here. So let's go to the folder structure and see what exactly it has created. So we'll go to C project, Java projects, you see new Java, and it has got a source folder and a form. Form is nothing but a project object model, is a XML. So this is the basic XML template which is used by Maven to create the structure. Have a look at it, we'll build later. So go to source first. So if you see, there are two folders that are created, main and test. So main will contain your Java files, and test will contain the JUnit test. So it is always a good practice to use test driven programming. So you should write your test in test folder and your actual Java in the main folder. So if you go to the main, you would see your package is Free-Tip Central is there, and there is a sample app.java already created by Maven. If we come back over here, and you will see test Java, similar folder structure, but this is for test and it's called app.test.java. Okay, now let's go to pom and .xml and see what is there in that. And yeah, I think it's come up now. So this is containing the project object model. So it says that the model version is 4.0.0, which is for the POM, or rather the Maven's POM, and then group ID is com.freetip central, whichever we provided. Artifact ID is new Java, version is 1.0 snapshot. So this version can be used to keep track of any changes which happens in the future in this project. So for example, let's say multiple projects are going to use this jar file. So you, whenever you make any changes, you will update this version and again upload it to the central repository. Those projects will then come to know that this is the latest version of the new Java project. Then you have packaging. So packaging is jar, because it's a Java project. Had it been a web project, we would have written var here. This is the name of the name of the project, and this is the encoding, which is UTF-8, and this is one interesting section called dependencies. So I was talking about dependencies, how Maven can help you to have all the dependencies covered. So what will happen is, you are saying that this project is dependent on JUnit, and artifact ID is also JUnit. Version is 3.8.1, which is the default version. So if you want, you can always change it to latest one, which is at present 4.11, and scope is test. So this dependency is only used in the test project. So this is the basic POM which has been created by Maven, and yep. So yeah, so that is all I had for this tutorial, which was just installing and configuring Maven, and just we tested and created a simple Java project template with the help of Maven. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.